Well, Nelson, you're a happier man tonight than you've been post-match after the last two games. How proud of you are you with that performance?
Yeah, of course, it was a good game, especially first half. I know last two games wasn't been good, but again, if you go back another six, we were in a good run, and it was just important to get back to winning days, especially in the way we've done today. I think we were very good first half with the right attitude, with players at it, running, and because they know, I've mentioned last week, we are fighting for our lives, we are fighting for the next season, and the only way of doing is finishing well this season, and let's get them as much as we can in terms of number of wins, and that's what we need to do. Obviously we were good today, but we were not that bad last game as well, and we're definitely not bad against Cheltenham. So let's make sure that everyone is still focused, still knowing that there's a lot of games to play, and the right mentality moving forward is what we've shown today. That's what we need to make sure we bring that every game.
The hero tonight, obviously, was Bobby Camwa. What a performance! He was electric, wasn't he?
He was. No, we know what is Bobby like. I wouldn't say he's a hero. I think if you have to, he had a good performance. He's someone who's been helping us, and probably when he's not at our best, we suffer a little bit more. But I think the hero has to be the squad, has to be the team. The way they fight together was brilliant today, and again from the striker to the goalkeeper, they were at it. And again, they can be anything. They know when they've got the right attitude, we can be anything.
You picked quite an attacking team, didn't you? You had three centre forwards on the pitch. As in, do you think that helped Bobby to show his best tonight? The fact that he had Baker Richardson and Ajiboye up front with him?
Obviously that was not the first game I've done it, and obviously that is connected to some of the good results we've had before, but the reason why I didn't pick the last game is because CBR was not
suspended.
Yes, and also we can have other options, but again, sometimes these games are connected to little things, little details, and last two games didn't go our way. Today it did. I think we took the goals very well. We created enough goal scoring chances. It was a pity we didn't find a way to score the fourth, which would give us a little bit more comfort, I would say. I felt like last 10-15 minutes we lost a little bit our way. We considered that goal came from a set play again, something that we've been suffering, and then you also expect a reaction from the opposition, and I think they've done that. That's a little bit League Two as well. This final 10-15 minutes are a little bit like that in that period as well, where you probably have to defend your box a little bit more, but that means you've got 40-50 yards in behind them, and on those moments we found 2 or 3 moments where we could isolate one of our players moving forwards, and we were looking for that moment on a counter to score another one, and that would have killed the game. So we didn't need to suffer a little bit last 5-10 minutes, but I think it's football, and we have to take the positives from today, and look forward for the next 2 games and try to bring more wins into this club, because you can only bring the future with wins, but with the right attitude and with the right mentality.
A debut for Jayden Warner in defence. What did you make of his performance? Came off with a little bit of cramp towards the end, did he?
Yeah, again, we have to, when you bring young players in, you have to be patient, you have to build them. You have to be like that. Sometimes people don't understand why we do things, but you have to make sure they grow, because they are not an end player, end product, if I can say that. Again, it was a good display, average, but I would say he's got to be more. He's got to have more on him to impose himself as a starter, and we are looking forward. That's why we've signed him. not only for this season but for the next one. Not only him, but a couple of others. So we've got a couple of games now where they have to show, and they know that, because I've told them it's about having competition within the squad. There are areas that we don't have that competition. Sometimes we may suffer, in my opinion, because we don't have that competition, and they are fighting for their lives. It's down to them to show to us that they can either be the starters at the start of the next season, or they can be second option and trying to fight for their spot. As simple as that. So, but if they've got the attitude that they've shown today, you don't need to think too much.
Thank you, Nelson. Well played tonight.
Okay.
What is it about Bobby you like as a manager? What do you enjoy seeing about him?
I think it's you are asking me as a fan as well, isn't it? So, as a head coaches, we also football fans, and then what we want to see in football is those moments, is players that can ignite everyone around them. They can have good 1v1s, and I was brought up in Portugal watching Cristiano, watching Figo, watching Paulo Futre, watching those wingers where you just needed to give the ball to them, and they would do same things that Bobby probably did today. And I see the football a little bit like that, but also Agi boys like that, and Josh Martin. We've got other boys, but obviously probably Bobby is in a different phase of his development. He was not the same player like he is now. He's part of the Bobby we've seen today. He's part of the work he's been doing with us, and also the help he's getting from the other teammates. And obviously he's that player that can ignite not only the fans, and as a supporter you like to see that type of play, but also the team. So the team follows him in terms of confidence and being an attacking-minded player, and that's what we will try to always make sure we score goals, because the fans come to the stadiums is to watch good football and goals, to score goals. Obviously, we are trying to find a way where you can find the balance between attacking and defending, and we've done our big efforts to make sure we are more consistent. Sometimes we get that right, sometimes it doesn't. But if you look back to the last two games, the goals we concede is not. I cannot honestly, without any sort of not checking the merit to the opposition, but none of them 6 goals that we've conceded we can say, oh, well done, what a play that was. It was not like that. It's set plays, is second balls, is something that happened, is individual mistakes, and that probably is part of the process of this team. We need to make sure that we find the right balance, but we have to be a team where the fans can see goals.
Finally, nice to have Kieran Evans back as well.
Yeah,
just 10 minutes to work. I know you've said it's slowly but surely, isn't it? With
yeah. Again, we knew you can only offer a couple of minutes to the team. This was a way of bringing him back to the squad, back to the team, and also on that period that he came on, our idea was to have more of the ball. Obviously, if you have the ball, the opposition cannot hurt you. For moments, we've done it very well, but from other moments, we didn't do well, and but that was the reason, because we had other players on the bench that could have come on, like Spellman, like Kai, like Josh Martin. But we felt like because of the way the game was going, having Cameron completely engaged and focused on the game, we should keep him there. And Maka, obviously, it was done today. It was a very good game. And Kieran would bring that extra player in there sometimes to try to keep the ball a little bit more. That at that moment we were not finding a way, because we were playing 2 against 3, and we tried to match them up in the middle, and we find a way to control the game and get the win, which was the most important thing. That's what the people remember. They don't remember if you played well, but you lose. Like like this season happened a couple of times, and probably Walsall game was one of them.
Yeah.
So it's football. It's all about winning. It's true, but I like to win with playing like the way we played today.